Alright, my name is Denzel Thorpe, one of the permanent secretaries in the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, and I have responsibility for the gender division.
All right, Mr. Thorpe, I want you to tell me a little bit about the Men's Day celebration today and what it means for the ministry.
Alright, so today is actually the launch of a new program where it is that we are reaching out to the fathers and we are making sure that we put things in place for them to be fully participant in the lives of their children. So that is why we're talking about daddy daycare. And over the period of another year, we'll be doing different activities and we'll be doing it across the island with different boys across the island. And because of course one of the things that we want to do is that we grow our boys not only to play football and to do well in school, but also to be good fathers. And that is what we're trying to do with this initiative. So this is Daddy Daycare, but also because of the fact that we are encouraging setting up places for some of the fathers who don't have the opportunity to share as much with their children because of course they work. So we're trying to find opportunities for them to come out with their families and participate in fun days that we'll be having over a couple of months.
All right, so we notice in today's society that a lot of the youth, they're more into the internet and they're not as connected. So the fact that you're launching a daddy daycare and setting up foundations where you can actually work with fathers to be more active in their kids' life, how do you think this will assist?
Well, I put it here this way. Although we're talking about the Bureau of Gender Affairs, we also have partnership with the Women's Center of Jamaica. Women's Center of Jamaica is a school for pregnant mothers, pregnant adolescent mothers. And so we'll be partnering with them and then we'll be having collaboration between the two to ensure that while they are preparing to take care of their children, they are also being cultured in different things across the sphere to ensure that they are able to take care of their children, continue to go back to school, and then also one of the things about the Women's Center is that we have so many success stories of women, young ladies who would have gone to Women's Center, continue to go back to school and have become successes themselves. Because sometimes when young girls get pregnant, they think it's the end of the world. What we want to do is to encourage them so that they know that it is not the end of the world. There's still a future for them. There's still an opportunity for them to continue to learn and then also at the same time get the opportunity to take care of their babies. And one of the other things that we don't want them to do, we don't want them to themselves feel second hand, nor do we want them to think about their child in a negative way. So we provide opportunities for them to build bond with their child while they are learning. And as a matter of fact, we would have had some who would have come back and participated in encouraging all of the others. So it's the combination between the Bureau of Gender Affairs through the male desk and the Women's Center of Jamaica is a perfect one because it provides opportunities for us to share with them and encourage them and make them targeted to become professionals in the society.
Okay, all right. So we know that in the Black community, counseling is considered taboo. And we know that there's a lot of trauma in a lot of the communities. As you mentioned that even fathers being involved and stuff. What about counseling program? Is there anything along that line?
The Women's Center itself already has a counseling program. So that is a part and parcel of what the Women's Center does. So what we're trying to do now is to work with the young men as well. So that is part of what will take care over the period that we're having daddy daycare. Because it is now counseling, etc. for the daddies, similar to what happens for the mothers.
I think that's a good initiative because you know that counseling is considered taboo in our community. And when someone say, oh, I'm going to see a psychologist, you know, it's considered like, oh, this person is a crazy person. So I'm glad that you guys are putting steps in place to break that cycle.
And this launch, if you take notice of the participants in the launch, it includes some persons who are players in the PFJL, and these are some of them who have children. What it does is provides an opportunity for them to show a positive light for their children. And also, we are finding ways to encourage them to take care of their children. Because, of course, some of the times, one of the challenges that we have is that the boys run away or the fathers run away and leave the mothers alone. This opportunity that we are trying to give them is for them to bond not only to their children, with their children, but also with the mothers. So it's a whole full experience.
Good. So I noticed there's a lot of young boys in the audience today.
Yes.
What advice would you give to young children out there?
The first thing I would tell them is that you wait until the right time to start. In other words, in an ideal world, it is adults that have children. And if you can't wait, definitely one of the things that we put out there is that you protect yourself if you're insisting that you have to do anything. But ideally, safe sex will come after you reach the right age. But some people are not, let's say, cultured, not taught when it is right to do so, and they move quickly. And sometimes when we talk to the young ladies who are a part of the program, sometimes it's just one slip. And that's what happens. So we're getting them to understand that now is not the time. Focus on school. You still have your relationships, but don't put it past those boundaries, because you are not necessarily ready for it.
And what advice would you give to the parents?
The parents of the young children,
right,
still take care of your children.
Right.
They are still your children. Don't throw them out. That's the worst thing that you could do, because at that point in time, that is when they need you the most, when something like this happens. I remember one day going to the same women's center, and I saw a mother there waiting on her child to finish school. She was there with her. Those are the type of parents that we want, because these parents do not throw away their children because they have done something that you don't want them to do. What we need to do is to continue, because at the end of the day, they are still your children. So you need to continue to treat them as such. And if they have made a mistake, there's a way to forgive them, and there's a way to encourage them to still reach toward their highest potential.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking to me.